Hi everybody and welcome to some MotoGP 18 on the channel. Yes, it's finally been released and I cannot wait to get into my career walkthrough. Now this is the 4th year that I've covered a MotoGP game on the channel, so I hope you stay tuned and you enjoy it. Now I have heard there's been a few issues with the PS4 version down to blurry images, frame rates, etc. Hopefully they do patch that, guys. I do apologise if you see any of that in my gameplay. It's beyond my control. But hopefully we can enjoy the game still. There's loads of new features that we can experience. It's a whole new physics now that using the Unreal Engine 4, so that is going to be something to look forward to. It might take a while for me to get used to that, so I might have to just lower the level and just build up gradually, so I hope you appreciate that, guys. So we're going to get straight into it. I do believe you start on the Red Bull rookies and we're going to work our way all the way up to the GP bikes. I hope you stay tuned. Let's make this first walkthrough a really good one. Please smash that like button, please subscribe, and let's get straight into it. So here we go. Right, so that's my rider created, and we do start off on the Red Bull rookie bikes, which is awesome. I do like to start on the slower bikes and build up. I do believe there's 7 races in this category, so we're going to have to be on it, and hopefully it will give us a chance to get used to the bike. Right, so we've got to choose a rider style. I think I'm going to go with... let's go with balanced to start off with. I might change that during the walkthrough. We'll have to see. I do like the fact, 81 different crash helmets, and you can choose that from the start. That is something different. I mean, before in previous MotoGP games you had to build up credits. Maybe you do that further on in the walkthrough, but let's try and pick one that I like. I think I will go with that one. Yeah, I think I've used this one before on a different game, but yeah, I like that style. I do like the checkered style. Right, let's go with some gloves. What colour should we go with? Let's go with the green. I do like that colour. It's a colour that I've got my name on the back of my levers, but we will change it up. It probably will make me stand out a little bit more. Let's go with a better colour with the boots. Let's stick with the orange boots. Right, because we are riding a KTM. Right, so that's the rider done, and we move on, and this is going to be the start of the career, guys. Oh, this is going to be so amazing. I just forgot, I haven't changed my rider's look. Just realised that as the rider's standing there. I forgot that you can change that. Let's go with something different. We always go with short haircuts. Let's go with... yeah, let's go with that. That's something different. Totally not like what my hair's like, because I shaved mine all off, but I like to create something different, so there you go. Right, that is all done now. Now we can start a career, and he's looking good, ready to race, and let's get straight into the first race of the career. Oh, this is going to be crazy. I'm looking forward to this, and here we go. Right, so this is the introduction, and it's all about where we're going to start out on the Red Bull rookie bikes. And I think like I said, I've got 7 rounds. I don't know how much you can change in this regards to managing your bikes and upgrading stuff like that. That's something we have to learn, but it's a way that you level up, because I did do a little bit of research and some of the things that you can change. Right, we're going to keep the race length on 15%. I'll try and do 2 races in this episode. We want to do qualifying and the level. I've heard this goes up to a much greater level, so let's see how far it goes up. Oh my god, 120% to extreme. Right, I'm going to start off on hard, because like I said, it's a new model. I want to get used to it. There's no point me putting it on a level which I'm not going to be able to learn it and enjoy it. So let's put it on that. We'll leave tyre wear on. Yeah, let's leave it on, and we'll leave everything off for the moment. But like I said, I will change these options as we go through. Right, the physics. So normally I'll just stick it on pro, but let's leave it on normal for now. Because like I said, I want to get used to it first, and then we will change that possibly in the next race. We will stick it on pro, and then we can start upping the levels. So we're just going to do this just for the first race, just to get used to it. And hopefully, and look, you build up reputation as you move through. So this is something that you really got to take note of as you climb the ladder. And obviously there's a transfer window, and you've got to be careful with this thing, because you don't want to make wrong decisions in your career, because you want to be moving forward all the time and not have to go back. So that's something that hopefully with our results we make the right decisions, and I will let you help me choose my decisions through the career to what teams we use, etc., like I've done in previous walkthrough. You seem to like that, guys, so I will do a lot of that as well. Right, and here we go. So let's just check out the email before we jump into the first race. This is racing against the champs in the best way to increase your rider skill. With every race you finish, you will learn experience to improve your abilities in throttle management, brake management, riding position, and leaning angle. So that is like they've done in previous MotoGP games. We don't know how that works and how much better it is with this new Real Engine 4, but that's something that we can look forward to. So right, let's jump into the first race, guys, and we've got Spain. That's going to be a brilliant one, so here we go.
Hello from Jerez. Everything is ready here for the start of the qualifying session. This session will decide who takes pole position on the starting grid tomorrow. It doesn't look like the weather will be causing us any problems. The latest weather reports we've received indicate clear skies for the duration of the entire session.
Right, so here we go with the qualifying. Now what I'm going to do, I'm probably only going to do a couple of laps. I just want to see what the bike feels like. We may set just one lap. Hopefully we can get a decent position, then we're going to jump into the race. Now I will up the level for the next race. I just want to get used to it first, guys. But first up, I just want to change some of the audio. I always do this when I start up a new game. Always turn off all the menu music. I use my own music anyway and turn all the effects up. It's never set exactly on what I want it on. Plus, guys, I'm using the Revolution Pro Controller 2. I need to map the buttons eventually as well to get it to work in how I like it. Right, now that's all the audio done. Right, now there is some new features in the qualifying session. Now you are able to do a pit start and a flying start. Now this is something I've moaned about before. The fact that you can go out the pits and come back into the pits is an excellent new feature on the game, and it's something loads of people have been moaning about for quite a few years on the MotoGP games. So now they've added that. That is something positive. Now also there's one thing that I do like that they've added, being able to change the traction control easier by using the D-pad on the controller is something that all of us will be able to use, and you will find it much easier during the race. So that is something that I am really looking forward to using. Right, let's see what it's like. Now we're not on the pro physics, but let's just get the handling of the bike, see what it's like, and then in the next race I will put it on pro physics and we can start up in the level. I just wanted to get used to it first using this Unreal Engine 4, seeing what it's like, getting used to the circuits again. Now like I said, there is a little bit of issues with the frame rates. I've noticed that already. It's not as clear, and they just need to work on that. There's something that they seem to do over and over again on the PS4 version. The last game that was really bad, I remember MXGP 3 came out, we had loads of blurry effects, the frame rate kept on dropping extremely. They do need to sort that out, because some of the gameplay I've seen on the PC looks spot on, and that's what they should be able to. They should be able to bring that onto the consoles. They're powerful enough now, so hopefully they do sort out those issues. And feeling really good on this bike. You can really chuck these 250s into the corners really quickly. And let's just get nice and tight into here, onto the curb. Oh my god, be careful. And just try and get the feel of the bike. I'm probably going to be way off the pace even on this level. It's been a long time since I've been around this circuit. The problem is, it's because I play so many different games, it's hard to stay on one for a long period, but I might spend a lot longer on this one this time round because there is a lot more to enjoy, and like I said, we will run through that as we move through the career. Well, it's not too bad through that turn. That can be a very tricky corner. Slow it down. This bike's not too bad. The handling feels okay. Right, I think we need to turn off some of these assists to see what it's like, and hopefully we can go into the next lap and keep on pushing. So let's keep on pushing. So here we go. Right, so we just managed to get fourth. I think I'll go one more lap and then we will start the race. Let's see if we can get a pole position in this first race and start from the front. I feel we have got the pace. There's a couple of corners that I just seem to be a little bit slower on, but I'm starting to take a little bit more pace through some of the corners, so we've just dropped a little bit of time on that sector. Let's just try and hold it there. I do like the fact it gives you the info of what turns, their names. It's a great way of learning, guys. It's another new feature that's been added to the game, and it'd be better for my commentary as well, because I'll be able to give you a little bit more info to what corner I'm on when we have a major moment and a great overtake. So it's good to, like I say, to learn the different names, because some of the names are quite funny. Right, so we managed to get a good sector there. Let's carry it on. Now turn 7 is quite a hard turn. I struggle on that, and this one as well. You need to be a little bit tighter there. We've gone a little bit wider, and hopefully we can just get a little bit quicker through here. This is another corner I really struggle on, and you need to take as much speed through this one. Keep it nice and tight, back off the throttle, and we've dropped some time. So see, I can see where the areas where I'm going to struggle. Right onto the apex there, trying to hold the speed. Oh god, that was a little bit close. Ran it a little bit wide there, but managed to hold on to it. Now these bikes, like I said, are a little bit easier to throw into the corner, so you can get away with a bit of that. And last corner, and let's just drive it to the line and see where we come. Hopefully this will be better. And oh my god, we managed to get pole position. Oh, brilliant. I think I will take that. Oh my god, you can't pull the brakes very hard. Did you see that, guys? Oh, that is something new. Anyway, let's get straight into the race.
The qualifying session has just ended, and while the riders make their way back to their boxes, let's have a look at the final times that show us the front row for the start of tomorrow's Grand Prix.
So here we go with the first race in this episode. Let's get straight into it.
Hello and welcome to the Jerez de la Frontera circuit. Just a few more minutes to wait before the Spanish Grand Prix finally begins. The skies over the track are clear of clouds, and the latest weather reports forecast temperatures in line with the seasonal average. We are now broadcasting from the starting grid, where everything seems ready. It's always difficult to predict the results of a race like this, but the riders we're seeing right now definitely seem to be the favourites.
Right, so hopefully I am one of the favourites. I'm starting on the front row of the grid, so hopefully we can put that great position into the practice and get a win. Now, you can change your tyres, guys, but it's not in the options now. Hopefully that will come once we move up into the next category. So I'm not sure whether we earn the rewards to improve the bikes in the Red Bull Rookies, but hopefully we can do that when we move up to Moto 3. Right, let's see if we can get a decent start here. Let's turn off all the assists, and we are off! Oh, a bit of wheel spin there, and we've managed to get away pretty well. Are we going to get into that first corner? Is someone going to shove it up the inside? Right, so back off the brakes, turn it in, hold it. Ooh, that wasn't too bad. I will take that, and we're into that first corner. Okay, right, slow it down. A little bit of hesitation there. Let's try and keep it nice and smooth, and turn it over. And yes, that wasn't bad. So let's see if we can just maintain this at least for a lap. Now, we've only started off on the 15% race distance, so this is only going to be 3 laps, and then we'll do the second race in 3 laps. But when we move up into the next class, I might up it to 25%, guys, so we do more laps. I just want to gradually bring myself into it, and hopefully, oh, so we're being slipstreamed here. Is he going to take the inside? I think he is. Let's just slow it down and see if we can be better on the brakes. Oh, a little bit of movement at the back, and oh, got a little bit of contact. Oh, felt a little bit of contact there, but nothing too major. Managed to hold on to it, but getting shoved up the inside every single turn at the moment. So I need to just get on the pace a little bit. I think I'm holding up the AI. I'm not running at the pace I should. So let's see if we can do a little bit better in these next couple of corners, which can be very difficult. Again, we've run it a little bit wider than I would have liked, and again we've just been tapped from behind. We need to get it, and again we're really holding up the AI here. We need to really improve through these corners and get a little bit of a smoother run. That's a little bit better through there. And through there nicely. And oh, that wasn't too bad. So that was much smoother. And we've managed just to pull away slightly to be good into this corner. Turn 13. and run, and that is the first lap out of the way, so we've managed to hold on. Now I can definitely see that we might have to up the level, so in the next race I'm going to up it another 10% so we can have a greater challenge. But that has been a good start so far, and it is just all about getting used to the physics, and I think I'll put it on pro physics for the next race as well. That's not too bad into that turn, keeping these movements nice and smooth, and hopefully we can just pull away and keep it nice and tight onto the apex. Oh no, that wasn't great there, just travelled a little bit too much there and almost ended up in the kitty litter, but we managed to pull it back. Luckily we didn't get any reaction, and onto the curb again there, and we've managed to get a good line and a good run down this straight. And this is at the straight where you're going to get caught up a little bit, so let's see if we can slow it down and get nicely turned into turn 6. And that is nice and oh god, that wasn't very smooth actually. Did you see the back end of the bike sort of kick out then? See, these are the things that we didn't really get much of a feel on MotoGP 17. There's definitely an improvement in the movement of the back of the bike. I can get a little bit more feedback, especially on this controller. Oh, got a little bit more contact there. We've got someone trying to get past at every single turn, and I'm really struggling to hold them off. Right, let's keep it nice and smooth. Sometimes I'm a bit of a follower. Sometimes I don't always like leading the race from the start because you don't run at the same pace and you get a little bit too relaxed at times. I'm normally one of those riders that seem to get into a race after a lap or so, and that's definitely showing here because we're not really running that quick, and that's not too bad into that turn. Right, so we move into the final lap and we're managing to hold them off. Let's see if we can go into the next lap and do a little bit better. So let's see if we can slow it down and get nicely tight into this corner. Again, just getting the brake in, turned in okay. That wasn't too bad. Let's see if we can improve on this one. And that's much smoother through there. Turning over and leaning. And again, I think we could be a little bit tighter onto that turn. Let's try and stay away from the gravel this time. In the middle of the circuit, I will take that. Again, it's not the smoothest run in the turn, just getting used to the feel of the bike and just gradually, slowly tapping the power on. And I do think that these Red Bull rookies feel a lot better on this game than they did on previous titles. So yeah, I'm quite impressed. They seem a lot better because sometimes the lower power bikes, because they're so light, they can be a little bit awkward. Oh god, a little bit tight into there, but these feel pretty decent, so I'm quite impressed with that. So that's another plus. And again, turn 7, let's keep that nice and tight. Coming towards the end here, this is where they're probably going to go for it. Oh, that is much tighter there. That's a good line, but are we going to just we just carried a little bit too much. That is the mistake you can make sometimes. But I like the fact I am making errors, because it just shows to me that I'm going to have to put a lot more hours in to improve. And again, that back end, see how it just twists? I do like that, although it's not oh god, I've made a mistake. There you go. And again, oh my lordy, what am I doing? I'll just try to carry too much speed, and it's all going down to last corner here. Luckily I got away with that. So got a little bit of reaction under braking. Don't throw it away, Gooner. Last corner, and that was lucky. If that was on a harder level, they would have taken me there. I don't know what happened. I just turned in a little bit too early. But there you go, guys. That is the first race out the way, and it's a win. Right, so that is the first race out the way, and we managed to take a win, which is brilliant, but I definitely think we need to up the level. We're going to do that now, guys, and I'm going to put it on the pro physics as well. Now, there is a lot of elements that I am enjoying on this game, and hopefully over the walkthrough I will be able to relate that to you, what I like and what I don't like, maybe do some comparisons to MotoGP 17, but fingers crossed that some of the issues they are having, especially with the frame rates, can be sorted and it look a little bit better. But yeah, it's looking okay at the moment, and let's just get straight into another race on the Pro Physics and see what that is like, and see what circuit as well. Hopefully it'll be another brilliant circuit to race around, so let's get straight into it. So here we go.
Hello, we're joining you live from Mugello. Only a few minutes to go before we see the first bikes take to the track to start the customary qualifying session. The weather forecast for this session is perfect, so riders and teams will be able to concentrate exclusively on fine-tuning their performance.
Wow, Mugello, one of my favourite circuits. I'm really going to enjoy this one. So let's get straight into the qualifying session. Now we've upped the level, we're on the Pro Physics. Let's see how we do now. So let's get straight into it. So here we go. Right, let's see if we can nail this corner this time and not crash out. Slow it down. Not too much brakes, and that wasn't as tight as I would like, but that was better than previous laps. But on the Pro Physics, it is a lot harder under braking, and that's something I'm going to have to master. But I do like the challenge, and I do like the way the back end reacts as well. It slides around sometimes if you brake too hard and go in there really fast, even on these bikes. And we're up on the time at the first sector, so this has been a good start so far. But yeah, hopefully by the time we get to Moto3 we will be on the realistic level. We'll be used to the Pro Physics, and then we can start looking into maybe changing some of the setups on the bikes. Now the only thing that you can change on the Red Bull rookies is the suspension, but I left it on default. I didn't want to play around with too much. I want to get used to the game first, and hopefully you appreciate that in this episode. Right, let's try and hold it into that turn again. Just overrunning it. I'm going to have to get a lot of practice in, I think, over the weekend just to nail those corners. I'm even on these slower bikes, I'm missing all my braking markers, and I need to get a little bit more practice. I think it's down to not being used to the braking. I think that's what's costing me a lot. I'm not braking enough, or some corners I'm braking too much, but that will come with time. And using a totally different controller on these games is affecting me a little bit, because this controller is more like an Xbox One controller rather than the standard PS4, and the buttons, I've got buttons behind the controller, which it just feels different, and it's a lot more sensitive, and that's really affecting me. But hopefully I will improve, guys, so please bear with me. Right, let's just try and hold it around that turn. That wasn't too bad. We were down at the last sector. Can we get the fastest lap? It's going to be close. Oh no, but that was an improvement. That moves us up to 14th. Right, I'm going to do one more lap, and then we're going to jump straight into the race. I think we'll take that. Right, let's slow it down into that turn. Again, that wasn't too bad. I'm just braking so minimal now, and just trying to use the speed of the bike and getting turned in. That seems to work nicely. Just trying to glide it into the turn. Again, that's nicely done. That's not over on it. Oh, that was much smoother through there. That should be reflected on this sector, hopefully. Would that be faster? Yes, it was. You can tell, and that's one thing I do like about this game. You can tell when you've nailed a corner a little bit more. You can travel through these corners pretty quick when you nail those braking markers. Oh, I turned it a little bit too soon there, but you can just get away with it through there. And this is a sector that you can really go through, especially on the GP bikes. You can gain a lot of time through here. I'm going to be wondering, there's certain areas on certain circuits that the AI weren't very good around, and that was one of the corners. It'd be interesting to see if they're better through there on this game. And we're up on the time again. This could be a really good lap here, and just try and hold it so that back end of the bike sort of kicked out, and that's not too bad through there. Let's just try and nail this corner coming up. This is one that I wasn't very good on the last lap. We did drop some time here, and we could get a little bit tighter, but I'm trying to keep it as nice and smooth. And through this flip-flop through here, you can really gun it through here. Turn 13 to turn 14, which is awesome. I tell you, even on the car games, you can absolutely rip through that section. Right, last corner. This is a nightmare corner. And if you watched Moto3 last weekend, oh, the guy that won it, Martin, what a corner he had round there. You can really gain some time if you nail it. And are we going to nail it? That wasn't perfect, but I'm hoping it's going to be half decent. And over the line. And yes, we take pole. Oh, fantastic. And let's get straight into the race, guys.
That brings an end to the qualifying session for deciding pole. The results that you are looking at now don't just show us the grid positions, they also give us an idea of what the riders will be capable of in tomorrow's race.
Hopefully a win, so let's get straight into the race and hopefully get a decent result.
Hello to all the motorcycle fans tuning in. Today's race is being held in the hills of Tuscany, where the Italian Grand Prix is about to start. The weather is great and the temperature is perfect for racing. So we're just waiting to find out which riders have opted for hard tyres and which riders have opted for soft.
Right, so here we go with the second race of the episode, starting in pole position around this Mugello circuit in Italy. Now this circuit is fantastic. If you watch any of the MotoGP races at the weekend, every race was awesome. So hopefully we can have a decent one, but we need to start really well. The first corner is very tricky. I have crashed quite a few times in this qualifying session, so hopefully I don't do that at the start. Right, let's just turn off all the assists. And it's all going Italy. Oh, another bit of wheel spin there, a bit of smoke, and we got away really, really well. Now let's see if we can hold it. We're going to get slipstream like anything. Let's just try and move to the side here. We don't want to get run off in the inside, and hopefully we can get a nice turn in. Right, back off the power, turn it in. Be good on the brakes, not too heavy on the braking. And that was not bad. I will take that all day long. Right, let's try and get nicely into these next couple of corners. Turn 2 and turn 3, and just try and hold it there. Got a bike in the inside, just saw a bike there, but we managed just to hold that bike off and managed to pull away. Right, so that's the first sector out the way, and we're still leading. We just ran a little bit too much into there, but we managed just to get it flipped over nicely, and we still are in the lead, and we've managed to pull away a little bit, but there is sections on this circuit that I do struggle on, so I'm pretty sure they will catch up at some point. And this category is a lot about slipstream. If you've watched the Red Bull rookies, I mean, they just go around in lines, slipstreaming each other. The places change so much, so I wouldn't be surprised if I do get overtaken when we get to that long straight. That's not too bad through there. Hesitate a little bit, still trying to get used to the physics, but I am getting a little bit more feedback on the Pro Physics than I did the standard, and I'm just trying to get used to the braking. But it is going to get harder. Once we get onto the faster bikes, the braking is going to be a lot harder, and you will see probably some more crashes than you're usually seeing, because I do think this is a lot tougher than previous MotoGP games. Ooh, let's see, there's someone got nicely in the inside there. Can we just hold them through these turns? And we managed just to hold them off through there. We managed just to carry a decent speed, but that is the first warning that I'm not going to have it all my own way around Mugello. Right, last corner. Like I said, guys, in qualifying, this corner can be very, very good if you nail it. That wasn't too bad, but we're probably going to get slipstreamed here. And there is quite a few bikes behind us, so we're just going to have to try and take a decent line. Hopefully they won't get past, but we will see. Coming to this section, this is where we're going to see if anyone's going to try and take an inside or go on the outside. No one took the opportunity to get past. That is surprising. Right, slow it down into the turn. That's not too bad. And turn it in. Again, not as tight as I'd like, but we've managed to hold the lead still, so I will take that. Onto the apex. Just keep it nice and smooth. And again, that wasn't too bad. Ooh, onto the curb again, just overrunning it slightly. That's going to cost us a little bit of time. I want to stay off that part of the curb. And nicely through here, keep it nice and smooth again. Nicely smooth. I do like the crowd effects as well with all the colours. That looks fantastic. They just need to fix the frame rate, and I am seeing a little bit of blurring on some of the boards and that. Hopefully they will fix that. Like I said, I've seen it on previous Milestone games, and I was sort of expecting it. It has annoyed me a little bit, but we will just have to wait and see whether they address these issues. Right, that's not too bad into that turn. Still managing to hold the lead, but we have got quite a few bikes sitting behind us. Just one mistake is going to cost us quite a few places. Let's just try and keep it smooth through there. That's nicely through turn 11. That is a tricky one. Now this one I absolutely hate in the cars. Oh god, did you just see someone there? Someone had to slam their brakes. Luckily there was no contact, and again he's giving me warnings, and I've just moved a little bit wider there because of that, and I've managed to get past, but let's just keep it nice and steady, not panic. We can slipstream them once we get to these straights, so as long as we don't let them get too far away, but we're going to have to nail it round here. Right, let's get nice and tight in. And just carry enough speed. I've backed off a little bit, that's going to cost us, and we've got a little bit wider, and oh, someone else has slipped up the inside as well, so we've dropped down to P4. Right, now this is where the slipstreaming comes in. Right, let's get right behind second place, because I don't want to go too wide. I want to get right in the inside. Can we get past second place? I think we are going to gain a little bit more speed on him. Now it's going to be all down to braking. Can we get into the lead, into the brakes? We've got in there really hot. Oh, that is going to be tough. I think I've overrun it. Yes. Oh, can I hold it? Hold it. And can we just hold this position? Yes, I think we're going to just hold second. Oh, what a brilliant turn that was. But are we going to be able to take first? Oh, that is good through there. Oh, that was nicely done. We managed to turn it around and we've managed to get back past. Right, slow it down. Get nice and tight into this turn. It's all going to heat up now in Italy. Now these two behind me are in the battle, and that wasn't too bad. Oh, what a couple of turns that was. I'm really chuffed with that. Managed to hold decent pace through there, and we've managed to just beat off the challenge for now. We've still got to nail that last corner. I think it's going to go down to the last corner. We're just going to have to stay consistent if we can. Right, we're going to need to take this corner really tight and try and close the door on these two behind that are trying to battle past and battle with each other as well. Hopefully they battle with each other so much that they don't trouble me, but I'm sure they will. Right onto the apex there. Try and turn it over, get a good drive out that turn. That wasn't too bad, nice and smooth. And hopefully we can get a nice turn here. Now this is one we struggled on last time. They forced me out wider. Let's try and go a little bit tighter. And just try and be good on the throttle. Oh, got a little bit onto the curb there, but I will take that as long as I stay in the lead. Yes, we managed to hold the lead through turn 13 and 14, which seems to be good for us, onto the curb. And we've just managed to give ourselves a little bit of breathing space for the last corner. Now we've got to nail this one. This is going to be good, and we've gone a little bit wider. Are we going to still get the drive though onto the straights? Ooh, we got really wide, but that's going to give someone an opportunity, and we've got someone right behind us that's going to slipstream us, but we've just pulled into the middle of the circuit and he's not slipstreaming us, and we should be able to take the win, and he left it a little bit too late, and we are victorious. But boy, was that close. Right guys, so that brings us to the end of the episode. We managed to get another win on the Red Bull Rookies, but we will be up in the level in the next episode, and I definitely preferred it on the Pro Physics, so that is a positive. So please leave your comments in the tab below. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and I will be doing some other things with this walkthrough, guys. I will be doing some live motorbike vlogs. If you've seen on my channel, I did a few videos on my GoPro, on my Fireblade, and I will be doing some of that, like just updating on the series, talking about the real life MotoGP series as well. I hope you enjoy that. Please don't forget to enjoy the replay clips I'm going to leave you, and I will see you very, very soon.
Make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do.